it's Yo Taylor back here at the Style Table on My Style Mondays. It is Women's History Month, and I'm here with my special guest, Faizun Kamal, an award-winning franchise growth advisor. She's a nationally renowned public speaker, best-selling author, and is the dynamic CEO leading the Franchise Pros, a strategic franchise growth advisory. Faizun and her team provide services in consulting, development, growth advisory, and investments in premier market opportunities. Through franchise consulting, her team empowers clients to make the bold transition from employee to entrepreneur. Faizun's best-selling book, The Right Franchise for You, Escape the 9-to-5, Generate Wealth, and Live Life on Your Own Terms, is on sale at Amazon. So, Faizun, welcome to the show. I want to get right to it because you are so knowledgeable in the franchise space. You actually inspired me when I was starting my business, and you were talking about how any business can be franchised. I'm like, I'm a wardrobe stylist. How can I franchise my business? But by the time you finish explaining this, when you were doing a speech, I was like, oh my goodness. There's so many opportunities for anyone in business. And if you're somebody who wants to start a business and you want something that's already turnkey and ready to go, a franchise is the way to go for you. Is that correct?
That's right, Yolanda. Yes.
So tell me how you got started and what motivated you to do work with franchises.
Oh my gosh. I started the Franchise Pros. It's going to be 8 years this year. So time flies when you're having a blast. And, I started this company after I got laid off from corporate America, which I think is the story of a lot of our clients that we help find the right franchise investment opportunity for. I was with a Fortune 50 company, had been with the company for 8 years actually at the time. And the company was going through a wave of layoffs and my position got eliminated. And that really started my search to find work that would do two things: work that was personally meaningful and work that was professionally fulfilling. And, I'll spare you the gory details. And it was a twisted path, as it typically is. And I fell into the world of franchising, and I have never looked back, Yolanda. It's been a blast, my friend. And, 8 years later, we are what you'd refer to as a full service strategic growth advisory for any and all things franchising.
Wow. I remember looking into it many years ago. This was back when I had a big Dell desktop computer. And there were so many different opportunities. I did almost take a plunge in a UPS store.
Yes.
And I do have a quick funny story about that. My mom and dad were investing in me because I was trying to transition out of being a flight attendant then. And I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I was afraid to really just go out by myself. And I knew franchises had a very high success rate as opposed to starting off on your own. And so we go and we're ready to sign the papers. And my mother says, oh, I use FedEx all the time. They were like, okay. Yeah, this isn't going to work out. So needless to say, I didn't get the UPS franchise when my mother's sitting there promoting FedEx the whole time. So it was hilarious. But nevertheless, that was my story. But I think it's a great transition. What do you think about for people over 50 who are, we're older, but we're ready to do something else. We're not sitting at home just playing golf. We want to do something else.
So I love, Yolanda, that you asked the question because, my friend, do you want to take a wild guess? What is the average age of a person who starts in a franchise opportunity, who invests in a franchise opportunity? You want to take a wild guess?
50 and over.
52. Yes. So it's interesting that you asked that, Yolanda. I think, and there's a reason why. We have a lot of candidates, and they will typically fall within the mid 40s to say late 50s, typically age range. 52 happens to be roughly the average. Again, this is typically somebody who they have had X years of experience behind them. They are more mature. They have a certain skill set that they have developed over the years. And very importantly, they have a little bit of a nest egg, because remember, a franchise is an investment. And so when you have all of these things happening in the background, it makes you that much more qualified, if you will, to be able to step into a franchise opportunity. So I would say if that's the age range you are in, you are perfect to be looking at a franchise opportunity.
Okay. And now that's for those of us who want a franchise. What if we already have a business
Oh,
and it's growing, but it's also growing beyond us and our team, and we need to, but we want to expand. So a
absolutely.
franchise would be the best way to expand that business without taking on additional employees for yourself, but you could expand your business and your brand.
Clearly, you have done the homework, my friend. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is a core part of the work that we do with our clients. And so these are clients who are CEOs and founders of their own business, just like you are. And we work with these clients. We essentially, Yolanda, we think of it as taking the business that you have and wrapping the franchise model all around it. What does that mean? It means we take you and your business through a very defined 5-month journey. And over the 5 months, we put in place the different things that you need to be able to legally, structurally, and operationally go to market as a national franchise brand. That's the work that we do.
See, I'm telling you, you guys, I had come up with this whole franchise, the whole thing, app, everything. I was so excited. I was on fire. I had my husband. We were all excited. And um, I remember when I went to Goldman Sachs 1 million Black women, Black in business.
Yes.
That is the thing that I pitched, because I thought, man, I can, this is what I think I had envisioned my business. And because it was a way for, I thought it would be a great way for women who were single moms to have their own business without having to reinvent the wheel, and they could work on their own time. They're not, driving Uber, they're not delivering packages, but this is something women love fashion. Women love clothes. Women love, and this is something that they could do and get involved in and do it on their own time and be
Yeah.
flexible.
Yeah.
So oh, you got me thinking again.
There are no coincidences in life, Miss Yolanda. None
Oh
whatsoever.
my gosh, yes. That was my whole vision, is to help women. And because, like I always say, I love women, but I want to be a part of the solution. And I thought that this would be a great way to be a part of the solution. So yeah, it ain't over yet. I got plenty life living. I might be almost 58, but I'm planning on working and doing all kinds of things up into my 90s. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Yes,
So
indeed.
now this has been great. Now, you guys, I have to tell you, she is the ultimate fashionista. This, from the moment I met her, the effortless class and style, and just come in with this 1-2 punch. And we're going to talk about her style right now. But first off, she's going to tell us the story that when she was with Goldman Sachs 10KSB program, what did everybody tell you?
It's interesting. I'll share. Different people said different things, Yolanda, but I think what I had shared with you was, and this was incredibly moving for me on a number of different levels. And she and I have become very good friends at this point. We were both in the Goldman Sachs program together. And she said to me, Faizun, when we heard that we were going to be getting a presentation from somebody who was going to come talk to us on franchising, in my mind's eye, I fully expected a white, middle-aged man to walk out and do the presentation, because that's what we associate in our heads. And so we're all sitting there waiting for the presentation to begin. And in walks this woman wearing this fabulous pink dress and starts talking about all things franchising. And I remember I sat back in my chair and I said to myself, oh my gosh, she looks like me. And if she can do it, so can I. I think I can turn my business into a franchise. And Yolanda, my friend, it hit me on so many levels, because many times you can't be it if you can't see it. And one of the things that I have done in my career and with this company now is, we are your partner if you're a female founder, if you are Black, if you're brown, if you are an underdog, and if you found yourself in rooms where there wasn't space for you. We are your people. We have created the table for you, right? Much like at the style table, at the franchise table, you are welcome. So so that's a story that I had shared with you, but it was funny and it was lovely all at the same time. And she says, you walk out in this pink dress, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So there you go. Yeah.
I love it, because you have so many hits that we're gonna put up so you guys can see really fast. She has so many hits, and it's just effortless. She has fun with it. She loves it. And I always say it's important that when you have a business, especially if you're a coach or you're somebody trying to uplift someone, you have to look like the other side of success. You want people, you have to look like that. You can't look like you're still going through the struggle, even though you're not, and you've overcome and you're sharing your story. But, people are visual and they judge you within a second. I can't even imagine in my mind, in my head, what less than a second is. But in a less than a second, they're going to choose you because you look like, man, I want to look like that. If that's what success looks like, that's what I want. I want to look like peace. I want to look like success. And so that's why it's important how you show up matters in every business. Every business. I don't care if you're selling cheap. I mean, you better come in with a cute shearling jacket. No, but I'm just saying you need to look like the other side. And you did. So you're a bright light for that. I listen. I'm always on your page. Like, what's she wearing today? Where's she going?
You're so kind. You're so kind. I do have fun. I have a blast, Yolanda. I do.
Yes. And people connect with you too, because you are you're very approachable. You're not this style maven, like, don't talk to me. You're warm and welcoming, and the clothes that you choose say, come up to me, come talk to me. I'm friendly. I'm here. I'm not, stern and you should have a franchise. You're very like, hey, let's talk franchise. Yes, of course, I can help you. And you're always smiling, which is a beautiful smile, and it's infectious. And I'm so grateful for you to share your story with us and tell us about your business and inspire people that are retired or forced retirement, and you need to do something else, but you want to do something that's for you, where you're not trying to go in and trying to compete with millennials and Gen Zs, and I guess Gen Y is coming up, and whatever other letter that's coming down the pike. But you want something that's yours and that you can speak to your expertise and share with others. Yeah, so thank you so much, you guys. This is Yo Taylor. Thank you so much. My Style Mondays, every Monday at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate the support. So please follow, subscribe, like my social media, my channels. I always appreciate the support. Thank you guys. Bye.